It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, Mzansi. Now we were chatting to a superstar artiste, and the process of back recovery was something that was included, and it's consistent exercising and stretching that makes it so much more effective, safe, and fast for recovery. Well, now you will most likely experience some discomfort when you begin your exercises after surgery, but the muscles in your back can become weak and result in limited movement if they are not done, which could result in the recovery process taking even longer. So, number one is to remember to always consult your doctor or physio about the best and safest exercises to do depending on what type of surgery you had. But Hannelie is here to explain to us exactly what her process was and also how easy it is to do some of these stretches. So I've taken my shoes off. I'm still in some of my work here, so it's really that easy. There's no real excuse for this. And Hannelie, I believe you did also have a back operation 4 months ago, right?
Yep. Yeah.
And 4 months later, you had your first hike in a beautiful section of Stellenbosch. So
Yeah.
I think it's such an inspiring story nonetheless to show people coming from that 4 months later, you have the ability to use this beautiful vessel to do such incredible things like hiking, which is a phenomenal physical and mental experience. So I think I'm very excited for you to share with Mzansi your process and one or two of these exercises so that the rest of the world can also do it and maybe take advantage of the beautiful ability to heal that we have within inside of us, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, so yeah, my shoes are off. We've got a
Great,
mat here,
thanks.
something simple like a chair or anything
Yeah,
else
I
is
think
needed.
let's do this one first because
Cool.
it's nice and high. So
Right.
yesterday on the mountains,
Yeah.
we were, put it on the front here.
Okay.
We were walking about 9 kilometers, quite a bit up, and then I thought I better start stretching because,
Okay.
you know, these muscles have not worked so much and they're not used to this kind of movement. So
Yes.
the
And they
physios...
like to move, and that's something
Yeah.
that's quite important. Like our muscles do like to move, the
Yeah,
body likes to
yeah.
move as well. That warms it up, gets the blood flowing, and it
Yeah.
allows for promotion of recovery. So spot on right there.
So I first tried lying flat on the grass and looking at the sky, and that wasn't enough. But my fabulous physio, Sam, she's shown me all the tricks.
All right,
so
so what's
basically
up
what
first?
you do is you stretch your spine as much as you can out
Right.
and hold on to something.
Okay.
And then you just keep stretching in deeper, so it goes right into your bum, into your... How lekker is that? Go lower. Yeah. Drop your shoulders a bit.
Okay.
Yeah. And, you know, that kind of stretch just really relieved it yesterday.
Ooh, I must just say the entire posterior chain is actually getting some good stretching because even in the glute, a little bit of the hamstring, if you have tightness there, Mzansi, you might feel that too right now. But this is definitely a great one for the lower back. I can definitely
Yeah,
feel
so
it.
you can hold it for like a good 30 seconds and try and go deeper and deeper
Okay.
as you go. I mean, obviously the natural thing that usually is done in exercise is to
Hanging
touch your
down.
toes and
Yeah.
but I just find going forward is even better for the lower back.
Oh, it's nice, and it's almost like I would imagine if you had a nice stationary object to utilize there, you could almost kind of pull and just get that extra stretch. Feeling a little bit alive already. All right, what's the next one?
Well, so, I mean, there were lots of exercises that I obviously had to do to make
Yeah.
it stronger in the beginning, which was just really sort of steps up and down like this, you
Okay.
know. A lot of sort of elastic bands, but also because I didn't have feeling in my foot, my left foot.
Oh, yes.
I had to do a lot of barefoot walking.
Yes,
so,
to
and
get
it's
that
so lekker.
proprioception back again,
Yes,
right?
exactly. So all my godkids would come by and we'd just play in midwinter outside in the sun. And
I think it's also important to note that I've also experienced something like this, and it's very much associated with that sciatic nerve, which is from the lower back, draws down all the way through the glute, all the way into that big pinky toe. So often if you are sitting for long periods of time or compromising that muscle, that that nerve, you do experience some of that tingling sensation. So maybe as an example, if you are experiencing that, it might be a good sign to go and seek professional
Absolutely.
help from a doctor or a physician or someone that is qualified.
any
And,
subtle numbness, please
yes.
go immediately.
And that's something
It's an
that you
emergency.
experienced, right?
It was an emergency in my case, and that was the subtle numbness was the red flag. Like, you got to go have surgery tonight.
Nice. So let's
Yeah.
get on to moving because now we're
Okay.
at that point where we can move and alleviate that pressure. So what do we got for that?
I mean, you know, we were just doing lots of squats right in the beginning.
Yeah.
Sort of you know, those straightforward squats. And it was actually quite tricky to keep your balance when your spine is not completely healed.
And it's cool because it also forces the core to work,
Yeah,
right? Now, you mentioned one pose which you wanted to finish with, which
Yes.
is something was a favorite, and it's a favorite of mine too. So
I
maybe we can take Mzansi
absolutely
through it.
love it because it's not only exercise and stretching, it's also, it centers you. So
Yes.
it's the child's pose.
It's a beautiful one. It's an opportunity to reconnect. It's an opportunity to just get back to the
And do
basics.
it outside on the grass.
Okay. All right. So we're in the kneeling position. What's next after this?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know exactly, but I do it like this. Just make sure nothing hangs out.
Right. Oh, okay. So my child's pose is normally with wide legs, but I like this because it's obviously causing more of a stretch in the lower back, as you can see right now. So while I try to attempt that as well, I'll just knock my head. Don't knock your head on the floor, but try to raise it down to the ground as much as you can. And I'm noticing that, wow, a very, very good stretch in the lower back. I think
Yeah.
the fact that the hips aren't spread apart here forces more of an eccentric load on that posterior chain down in the lower back. Hannelie, I can't thank you enough for this. You're more than an inspiration, more than an artist, but you're also someone that's just given us, and I think Mzansi, hope, the fact that the body does such incredible things, not only mentally, but physically as well. And I think you embody such a beautiful blend of the two. So thank you for sharing your
Thank
time
you
with
so
us this
much,
morning.
Mel.
And Mzansi, thank you for joining us. And hopefully your lower back isn't in too much pain, but if it is, obviously try some of these stretches or seek some help from a professional. Thank you so much.